I'm going to read Malachi and Hosea. Where did I? Look in here. Said Malachi you wanted to read, Adriana? My wife's gonna join in on some reading when she gets out of the tub. We gotta get around to reading both of them. Read these both before. A lot of books have made a lot more sense. Because when I was reading from my Hebrew Bible, I could see the day dawning and certain things still in the Hebrew Bible. This thing about the idiom being intact in the King James, it is a lot of things are a lot clearer. It's not time for the pure tongue to be restored, so I don't need to be trying to learn all this Hebrew or stumbling others with it. Okay. Holy jumpins. I'll be reading Hosea for a while. I could use your help with that one, Adriana. Yeah, it's long. What? Okay. The word of the Lord that came unto Hosea, the son of Beeri, in the days of Uzziah, Jotham, Ahaz, and Hezekiah, kings of Judah, and in the days of Jeroboam, the son of Joash, king of Israel, the beginning of the word of the Lord by Hosea. And the Lord said to Hosea, Go take thee a wife of whoredoms and children of whoredoms, for the land hath committed great whoredom, departing from the Lord. So he went and took Gomer, the daughter of Diblaim, which conceived and bare him a son. And the Lord said unto him, Call his name Jezreel, for yet a little while, and I will avenge the blood of Jezreel upon the house of Jehu, and I will cause to cease the kingdom of the house of Israel. And it shall come to pass at that day that I will break the bow of Israel in the valley of Jezreel. And she conceived again and bare a daughter, and God said unto him, Call her name Lo-Ruhamah, for I will no more have mercy upon the house of Israel, but I will utterly take them away. But I will have mercy upon the house of Judah, and will save them by the Lord their God, and will not save them by bow, nor by sword, nor by battle, by horses, nor by horsemen. Now when she had weaned Lo-Ruhamah, she conceived and bare a son. Then said, Call his name Lo-Ammi, for ye are not my people, and I will not be your God. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, Ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, Ye are the sons of the living God. Then shall the children of Judah and the children of Israel be gathered together, and appoint themselves one head, and they shall come up out of the land, for great shall be the day of Jezreel. I'm going to get some better lighting in here. It's hard to read. Yeah, orange. That's better. Huh? You guys like green better? I like the green better. Hi. Come here to hear Bible or you come here to troll? Okay, Hosea chapter 2. Say ye unto your brethren, Ami, and to your sisters, Ruma, plead with your mother, plead, for she is not my wife, neither am I her husband. Let her therefore put away her whoredoms out of her sight, and her adulteries from between her breasts. That one, think about the crosses people have around their necks, in between their boobs. Yeah, think about the so-called Star of David that they wear. The idolatries, right? Let her therefore put away her whoredoms out of her sight, and her adulteries from between her breasts, lest I strip her naked and set her as in the day that she was born, and make her as a wilderness, and set her like a dry land, and slay her with thirst. And I will not have mercy upon her children. Cross references for this. Pertaining to this, go and read Isaiah 13 for what's coming to Babylon, USA. And for they be the children of whoredoms, for their mother hath played the harlot. She that conceived them hath done shamefully. For she said, I will go after my lovers that give me my bread and my water, my wool and my flax, mine oil and my drink. Therefore, behold, I will hedge up thy ways with thorns, and make a wall that shall not hide her paths. It's Sabbath today. Sabbath's always a good day. Mine oil and mine. Therefore, behold, I will hedge up thy ways with thorns, and make a wall that she shall not find her paths. And she shall follow after her lovers, but she shall not overtake them. And she shall seek them, but shall not find them. Then shall she say, I will go and return to my first husband, for then was it better with me than now. For she did not know that I gave her corn and wine and oil, and multiplied her silver and gold, which they prepared for Baal. You run out of milk, Israel? Yeah. For she did not know that I gave her corn and wine and oil, and multiplied her silver and gold, which they prepared for Baal. So the ones that learn specific things from this book, from this beautiful Bible, and then they go and they don't give people the healing from the finger of Yah from the Bible. They take some of the corn and the wine and the oil and the beautiful things. They cherry pick scriptures so they can engage in that smooth ear tickling. And they prepare this for Baal, right? This lawless one, Christmas Jesus, that the world's following after. So that scripture reminded me of the Antichrist gains intelligence from those who forsake the Holy Covenant. So that's why you could have a lot of charismatic preachers in that ain't assholes, and they talk nice, they talk all inspiring to you or whatever. And it's because there would be basically chameleons out here in the end times. All of the churches have went into apostasy. I'm going to keep reading here, though, because Hosea is long. Therefore will I return and take away my corn in the time thereof, and my wine in the season thereof, and will recover my wool and my flax given to cover her nakedness. And now will I discover her lewdness in the sight of her lovers, and none shall deliver her out of mine hand. I will also cause all her mirth to cease, her feast days, her new moons, and her Sabbaths, and all her solemn feasts. So the ones doing the feasts in the lands of their captivity, um, their feasts are going to be turned into mourning. So they got to be warned too. Those in the churches and those in the Torah movements, the right and the left are both not seeking the straight way. And I will destroy her vines and her trees, whereof she hath said, these are my rewards that my lovers have given me, and I will make them a forest, and my beasts of the field shall eat them. Did you want to read soon, or you want to? Yeah, you got. Oh, you still. Yeah. And I will visit upon her the days of Balaam, wherein she burned incense to them, and she decked herself with her earrings and her jewels, and she went after her lovers and forgat me, saith Yah. Therefore, behold, I will lure her and bring her into the wilderness and speak comfortably unto her. And I will give her her vineyards from thence and the valley of Achor for a door of hope, and she shall sing there as in the days of her youth and as in the day when she came up out of the land of Egypt. And it shall be at that day, saith Yah, that thou shalt call me Ishi, and shall no more call me Bali. For I will take away the names of Balaam out of her mouth. So nobody's going to be calling Yah's son Jesus anymore, because that's not his name. So, because there's going to be a group of people, I think they're the ones counted in ignorance. Don't take my word for that, though, that they get to escape to the wilderness, because when the sixth seal opens, a lot of these false shepherds are going straight to hell. So, it's important to get the name of Baal out of your mouths. And they shall no more be remembered by their name. And they shall no more be remembered by their name. And in that day will I make a covenant for them with the beasts of the field, and with the fowls of heaven, and with the creeping things of the ground, and I will break the bow and the sword and the battle out of the earth, and will make them to lie down safely. And I will betroth unto me forever, yea. Do you want to turn the regular light on? Because it's still hard to Adriel. Okay. And I will betroth thee unto me forever, yea, I will betroth thee unto me in righteousness and in judgment and in loving kindness and in mercies. I'll even betroth thee unto me in faithfulness. Thou shalt know the Lord. And it shall come to pass in that day I will hear, saith Yah, I will hear the heavens, and they shall hear the earth. And the earth shall hear the corn and the wine and the oil, and they shall hear Jezreel. And I will sow her unto me in the earth, and I will have mercy upon her that had not attained mercy. And I will say to them, which were not my people, thou art my people, and they shall say, thou art my God. Then said Yah unto me, go yet, love a woman beloved of her friend, yet an adulteress, according to the love of Yah toward the children of Israel, who look to other gods and love flagons of wine. So I bought her to me for 15 pieces of silver, and for a homer of barley, and a half homer of barley. And I said unto her, thou shalt abide for me many days, thou shalt not play the harlot, and thou shalt not be for another man, so will I also be for thee. For the children of Israel shall abide many days without a king, and without a prince, and without a sacrifice, and without an image, and without an ephod, and without teraphim. And afterward shall the children of Israel return and seek the Lord their God and David their king, and shall fear the Lord and his goodness in the latter days. Hear the word ye children of Israel, for hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out, and blood toucheth blood. So you have some language there about transgressing the Ten Commandments, bearing false witness, lying, killing, stealing, and committing adultery. Therefore shall the land mourn, and everyone that dwelleth therein shall languish with the beasts of the field and with the fowls of the heaven. Yea, the fishes of the sea also shall be taken away. Yet let no man strive nor reprove another, for thy people are as they that strive with the priest. Therefore shalt thou fall in the day, and the prophet also shall fall with thee in the night, and I will destroy thy mother. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God. I will also forget thy children. As they were increased, so they sinned against me. Therefore will I change their glory unto shame. They eat up the sin of my people, and they set their heart on their iniquity, and there shall be like people, like priests, and I will punish them for their ways and reward them for their doings. For they shall eat and not have enough, they shall commit whoredom and not increase, because they have left off to take heed to the Lord. Whoredom and wine and new wine take away the heart. My people ask counsel at their stalks, and their staff declareth unto them. For the spirit of whoredoms caused them to err, and they have gone a whoring from under their God. They sacrifice upon the tops of the mountains, and burn incense upon the hills under oaks and poplars and elms, because the shadow thereof is good. Therefore your daughters shall commit whoredom, and your spouses shall commit adultery. Now, you don't want to be doing all this Christmas and Easter nonsense, because there's consequences touched on in Romans 1, and some very bad things happen. This idolatry that people are doing everywhere while they claim to believe, it's bad for the whole family. Very, very bad for the whole family. You might have to go through tribulation and remember Deuteronomy 4 for that to be super clear to you. I will not punish your daughters when they commit whoredom. See, because you're in idolatry, right? So, you might think that you're hearing from God, but you're not. It says, see Ezekiel 14 for that. Again, read Ezekiel 14 and Romans 1. I will not punish your daughters when they commit whoredom, nor your spouses when they commit adultery, for themselves are separated with whores, and they sacrifice with harlots. They go to those apostate churches and worship Christmas Jesus. So, anyways, continuing here. Therefore, the people that doth not understand shall fall. Though thou Israel play the harlot, yet let not Judah offend, and come yet ye unto Gilgal, neither go ye up to Bethaven, nor swear the Lord liveth. For Israel slideth back as a backsliding heifer. Now the Lord will feed them as a lamb in a large place. Ephraim is joined to idols, let him alone. Their drink is sour, they have committed a whoredom continually. Her rulers with shame do love give ye. The wind hath bound her up in her wings, and they shall be ashamed because of their sacrifices. In chapter 5 now. Hear ye this, O priests, and hearken, ye house of Israel, and give ye ear, O house of the king, for judgment is toward you, because ye have been a snare on Mitzpah, and a net spread upon Tabor. And the revolters are profound to make slaughter, though I have been a rebuker of them all. I know Ephraim, and Israel is not hid from me, for now Ephraim, thou committest whoredom, and Israel is defiled. They will not frame their doings to turn unto their God, for the spirit of whoredoms is in the midst of them, and they have not known the Lord. And the pride of Israel doth testify to his face. Therefore shall Israel and Ephraim fall in their iniquity. Judah also shall fall with them. Babylon, USA is a place where Judah and Ephraim dwell together. And Ephraim is not listed in the 144,000. Only a remnant escapes what happens to Babylon, USA. and only a remnant escapes. What's coming for Jerusalem, for modern, like Yeshua said, not a stone left upon a stone. And this is important for these warnings to go out and for people to not be trying to shoot the messenger. But y'all will keep doing what you're going to do. They will not, I know Ephraim and Israel is not hid from me now, for now Ephraim thou committest whoredom, and Israel is defiled. They will not frame their doings to turn unto their God, for the spirit of whoredoms is in the midst of them, and they have not known the Lord. And the pride of Israel doth testify to his face. Therefore shall Israel and Ephraim fall in their iniquity. Judah also shall fall with them. They shall go with their flocks and with their herds to seek the Lord, but they shall not find him. He hath withdrawn himself from them. They have dealt treacherously against the Lord, for they have begotten strange children. Now shall a month devour them with their portions. Blow ye the cornet in Gibeah, and the trumpet in Ramah. Cry aloud at Bethaven. After thee, O Benjamin. Ephraim shall be desolate in the day of rebuke among the tribes of Israel. Have I made known that which shall surely be? The princes of Judah were like them that remove the bound. Therefore I will pour out my wrath upon them like water. Ephraim is oppressed and broken in judgment, because he willingly walked after the commandment. Therefore will I be unto Ephraim as a moth, and to the house of Judah as rottenness. When Ephraim saw his sickness and Judah saw his wound, then went Ephraim to the Assyrian and sent to King Jareb, yet could he not heal you, nor cure you for your wound. For I will be unto Ephraim as a lion, and as a young lion to the house of Judah. Even I will tear and go away, I will take away, and none shall rescue him. I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face. In their affliction they will seek me early. So during tribulation, that's when more gonna actually get how serious this all was. Again, remember Deuteronomy 4. Come and let us, this is chapter 6 now. Come and let us return unto the Lord, for he hath torn and he will heal us, he hath smitten, he will bind us up. After 2 days will he revive us, in the third day he will raise us up, and we shall live in his sight. Then shall we know, if we follow on to know the Lord. His going forth is prepared as the morning, and he shall come unto us as the rain, as the latter and former rain unto the earth. O Ephraim, what shall I do unto thee? O Judah, what shall I do unto thee? For your goodness is as a morning cloud, and as the early dew, it goeth away. Therefore have I hewed them by the prophets, I have slain them by the words of my mouth, and thy judgments are as the light that goeth forth. It reminds me of the day dawning there. It also reminds me of how people, when you go to give them the warning that's due for them, they act like you're killing them. They act like you're stoning them, and you're actually warning them out of love so that they don't have to perish and go to hell or go through tribulation. For I desired mercy and not sacrifice, and the knowledge of Yah more than burnt offerings. But they like men have transgressed the covenant, there have they dwelt treacherously against me. Gilead is a city of them that work iniquity, and is polluted with blood, and as troops of robbers wait for a man. So the company of priests murder in the way by consent, for they commit lewdness. I have seen a horrible thing in the house of Israel. There is the whoredom of Ephraim, Israel is defiled. Also Judah he hath set an harvest for thee, when I return the captivity of my people. When I would have healed Israel, then the iniquity of Ephraim was discovered. This is chapter 7 now. And the wickedness of Samaria, for they commit falsehood, and the thief cometh in, and the troop of robbers spoil without. It reminds me of Isaiah 51. Jeremiah 51. Yeah, this Jeremiah 51 talks about some of it's talking about the immigrant crisis that's going on in Babylon, USA right now. I'll keep repeating myself on these things because hopefully somebody that watches this watches my channel, actually takes heed and goes and watches brothers' videos on my community section, because they're better at articulating at these heavy prophetic realities than me. And they consider not in their hearts that I remember all their wickedness. Now their own doings have beset them about, they are before my face. They make the king glad with their wickedness, and the princes with their lies. They are all adulterers, as an oven heated by the baker, who ceaseth from raising after he hath kneaded the dough, until it be leavened. In the day of our king the princes have made him sick with bottles of wine. He stretched out his hand with scorners, for they have made ready their heart like an oven, whilst they lie in wait. Their baker sleepeth all the night. In the morning it burneth as a flaming fire. They are all hot as an oven, and have devoured their judges. All their kings are fallen. There is none among them that calleth unto me. Ephraim, he hath mixed himself among the people. Ephraim is a cake not turned. Strangers have devoured his strength, and he knoweth it not. Yea, gray hairs are here and there upon him, yet he knoweth not. And the pride of Israel testifieth to his face, and they do not return to the Lord their God, nor seek him for all this. Ephraim also is like a silly dove without heart. They call to Egypt, they go to Assyria. When they shall go, I will spread my net upon them. I will bring them down as the fowls of the heaven. I will chastise them as their congregation hath heard. Woe unto them, for they have fled from me. Destruction unto them, because they have transgressed against me. Though I have redeemed them, yet they have spoken lies against me. And they have not cried unto me with their heart. When they howled upon their beds, they assemble themselves for corn and wine, and they rebel against me. Though I have bound and strengthened their arms, yet do they imagine mischief against me. They return, but not to the Most High. They are like a deceitful bow. Their princes shall fall by the sword for the rage of their tongue. This shall be their derision in the land of Egypt. Did you want to read chapter 8? I was just going to get some water.
Alright, I'm gonna continue reading chapter 8 of Hosea. So it says, set the trumpet to thy mouth, he shall come as an eagle against the house of the Lord, because they have transgressed my covenant and trespassed against my law. Israel shall cry unto me, my God, we know thee. Israel has cast off the thing that is good, the enemy shall pursue him. They have set up kings, but not by me. They have made princes, and I knew it not. Of their silver and of their gold have they made them idols, that they may be cut off. Thy calf, O Samaria, has cast thee off. My anger is kindled against them. How long will it be ere they attain to innocency? For from Israel was it also. The workman made it, therefore it is not God. But the calf of Samaria shall be broken in pieces, For they have sown the wind, and they shall reap the whirlwind. It has not stalk. The bud shall yield no meal. If so be it yield the.
I could just go to that.
If so be it yield, the stranger shall swallow it up. Israel is swallowed up, now shall they be amongst the Gentiles as a vessel wherein is no pleasure. They are gone up to Assyria, a wild ass alone by himself. Ephraim has hired lovers. Yea, though they have hired amongst the nations, now will I gather them, and they shall sorrow a little for the burden of the king of princes. Because Ephraim has made many altars to sin, altars shall be unto him to sin. I have written to him the great things of my law, but they were counted as a strange thing. They sacrifice flesh for the sacrifices of my offerings and eat it, but the Lord accepts them not. Now will he remember their iniquity and visit their sins. They shall return to Egypt. For Israel has forgotten his maker, and buildeth temple, and Judah has multiplied fenced cities. But I will send a fire upon his cities, and it shall devour the palaces thereof. Do you want me to read?
I could read 9.
Okay.
Okay. That one verse there, because Ephraim
has made many 11.
Yeah, because Ephraim hath made many altars to sin. Altars shall be unto him to sin. Like, think about what they do in Babylon, USA. They got their
a bunch of idolatry. Yeah.
Israel needs his mom.
Yeah.
Thanks, Lord.
Yeah, I'm way younger.
Yeah, they got their Super Bowl. They got their celebrities. They got their their entertainment,
movies.
their entrapment to their captive. There's the stuff to keep them all captivated, not realizing they're in captivity, not realizing the sword's
the
coming.
Covetousness of always having to have more.
Yeah.
Materialism and.
Yeah.
Yeah.
American pride.
Yeah.
Oh. Hosea 9. Rejoice not, O Israel, for joy as other people. For thou hast gone a whoring from thy God, thou hast loved a reward upon every corn floor. The floor and the winepress shall not feed them, and the new wine shall fail in her. They shall not dwell in the Lord's land, but Ephraim shall return to Egypt, and they shall eat unclean things in Assyria. They shall not offer wine offerings to the Lord, neither shall they be pleasing unto him. Their sacrifices shall be unto them as the bread of mourners. All them that eat thereof shall be polluted. For their bread, for their soul shall not come into the house of the Lord. What will you do in the solemn day and in the day of the feast of the Lord? For lo, they are gone because of destruction. Egypt shall gather them up. I got some water and then did I bring it in here?
In the kitchen?
Oh, maybe. Egypt shall gather them up. Memphis shall bury them. The pleasant places for their silver, nettles shall possess them. Thorns shall be in their tabernacles. The days of visitation are come. The days of recompense are come. Israel shall know it. The prophet is a fool. The spiritual man is mad. For the multitude of thine iniquity and the great hatred. The watchman of Ephraim was with my God, but the prophet is a snare of a fowler in all his ways, and hatred in the house of his God. They have deeply corrupted themselves, as in the days of Gibeah. Therefore he will remember their iniquity, he will visit their sins. I found Israel like grapes in the wilderness. I saw your fathers as the first ripe in the fig tree at her first time, but they went unto Baal pure and separated themselves unto that shame, and their abominations were according as they loved. As for Ephraim, their glory shall fly away like a bird from the birth, and from the womb, and from the conception. Though they bring up their children, yet will I bereave them, that there shall not be a man left. Yea, woe also to them when I depart from them. Ephraim, as I saw, Tyrus is planted in a pleasant place, but Ephraim shall bring forth his children to the murderer. Give them, oh yeah, what wilt thou give? Give them a miscarrying womb and dry breasts. All their wickedness is in Gilgal, for there I hated them. For the wickedness of their doings, I will drive them out of mine house. I will love them no more. All their princes are revolters. Ephraim is smitten, their root is dried up. They shall bear no fruit, yea, though they bring forth, yet will I slay even the beloved fruit of their womb. My God hath cast them away because they did not hearken unto him, and they shall be wanderers among the nations. Chapter 10. Israel is an empty vine, he bringeth forth fruit unto himself, according to the multitude of his fruit. He hath increased the altars according to the goodness of his land. They have made goodly images, their heart is divided. Now shall they be found faulty. He shall break down their altars, he shall spoil their images. Yeah, because there's, I think this is talking about over in the land, and there's a bunch of idolatry over there too now.
Yeah.
It has been for a while. For now they shall say, we have no king, because we feared not. Yeah, what then should a king do to us? They have spoken words, swearing falsely in making a covenant. Thus judgment springeth up as hemlock in the furrows of the field. The inhabitants of Samaria shall fear because of the calves of Bethaven. For the people thereof shall mourn over it, and the priests thereof that rejoiced on it for the glory thereof, because it is departed from it. It shall also be carried unto Assyria for a present to King Jareb. Ephraim shall receive shame, and Israel shall be ashamed of his own counsel. As for Samaria, her king is cut off as the foam upon the water. The high places also of Avon, the sin of Israel shall be destroyed. The thorn and the thistle shall come up on their altars, and they shall say to the mountains, cover us, and to the hills, fall on us. O Israel, thou hast sinned from the days of Gibeah. There they stood. The battle in Gibeah against the children of iniquity did not overtake them. It is my desire that I should chastise them, and that the people shall be gathered against them, when they shall bind themselves in their two furrows. And Ephraim is as an heifer that is taught, and loveth to tread out the corn. But I passed over upon her fair neck. I will make Ephraim to ride. Judah shall plow, and Jacob shall break his clods. Sow to yourself in righteousness, reap in mercy, break up your fallow ground, for it is time to seek Yah, till he come and rain righteousness upon you. Ye have plowed wickedness, ye have reaped iniquity, ye have eaten the fruit of lies, because thou didst trust in thy way in the multitude of thy mighty men. Therefore shall the tumult arise among the people, and all the fortresses shall be spoiled, as Shalman spoiled Beth Arabel in the day of battle. The mother was dashed in pieces upon her children. So shall Bethel do unto you because of your great wickedness. In a morning shall the king of Israel utterly be cut off. These things are gonna happen abruptly and mortify many people. Yes. Just how people are acting before all this happens, eh?
Yeah.
Like they don't get it.
There's like wars already happening.
Yeah,
in the
it's
world,
already
and they're
like it's already
feasting
right in their face.
filling their home belly.
It's like
They're
it's
still acting as if like their life's just gonna keep going on, and they can keep being idolaters and covenant.
Yeah, Jeremiah 4-8.
Eating swine.
Isaiah 17, Jeremiah 51, Isaiah 13 is coming. Like, yeah, not a stone left upon a stone in these places. Judgment is coming, only a remnant escapes. And people just don't want to believe that it's that bad, but it's already been that bad. The world's already that much of a toilet bowl. And you think God's just gonna like watch on as what's kept happening to innocent children and animals keeps happening, and people just act like they care? they just act like they care. They just virtue signal, and they talk really good, right? Just like the Bible says, "These people honor me with their lips, but their hearts are far removed from me." So when the churches lift up their hands, like I said, Lamentations 2 and 3, they're not telling people about the healing from the finger of God, the Ten Commandments, the covenants of promise. So when they lift up their hands are stained with blood. There's a whole lot of people that claim to believe they're presenting themselves before Abba Yah and Yahusha as hypocrites. And so, lo, it will come. When Israel was a child, then I loved him and called my son out of Egypt. As they called them, so they went from them. They sacrificed unto Baalim and burned incense to graven images. I taught Ephraim also to go, taking them by their arms, but they knew not that I healed them. I drew them with cords of a man with bands of love, and I was to them as they that take off the yoke on their jaws, and I laid meat unto them. He shall not return unto the land of Egypt, but the Assyrian shall be his king, because they refuse to return. And a sword shall abide on his cities, and shall consume his branches, and devour them, because of their own counsels. And my people are bent to backsliding from me. Though they called them to the Most High, none at all would exalt him. How shall I give thee up, Ephraim? How shall I deliver thee, Israel? How shall I make thee as Admah? How shall I set thee as Zebulun? Mine heart is turned within me, my repentings are kindled together. I will not execute the fierceness of my anger. I will not return to destroy Ephraim, for I am God and not man, the Holy One in the midst of thee, and I will not enter into the city. They shall walk after, he shall roar like a lion. When he shall roar, then the children shall tremble from the west. They shall tremble as a bird out of Egypt, and as a dove out of the land of Assyria. And I will place them in their houses, saith Yah. Ephraim compassed me about with lies, and the house of Israel with deceit. But Judah yet ruleth with God, and is faithful with the saints. Ephraim feedeth on wind, and followeth after the east wind. He daily increaseth lies and desolation, and they do make a covenant with the Assyrians, and oil is carried into Egypt. Yah hath also a controversy with Judah, and will punish Jacob according to his ways, according to his doings will he recompense him. He took his brother by the heel in the womb, and by his strength he had power with God. Yea, he had power over the angel, and prevailed. He wept and made supplication unto him. Oh, it's okay. It's still working. Let's see what the battery said. Anyways. All right. Yea, he had power over the angel and prevailed. He wept and made supplication unto him. He found him in Bethel, and there he spake with us. Even the Lord God of hosts, the Lord Jehovah is his memorial. Therefore turn thou to thy God, keep mercy and judgment, and wait on thy God continually. He is a merchant, the balances of deceit are in his hand. He loveth to oppress. And Ephraim said, Yet I am become rich, I have found me out substance. In all my labors they shall find none iniquity in me that were sin. And I that am thy creator from the land of Egypt will yet make thee to dwell in tabernacles, as in the days of the solemn feast. I have also spoken by the prophets, and I have multiplied visions and used similitudes by the ministry of the prophets. Is there iniquity in Gilead? Surely they are vanity. They sacrifice bullocks in Gilead. Yea, their altars are as heaps from the furrows of the fields. And Jacob fled into the country of Syria, and Israel served for a wife, and for a wife he kept sheep. And by a prophet, brought Israel out of Egypt, and by a prophet was he preserved. Ephraim provoked him to anger most bitterly. Therefore Therefore shall he leave his blood upon him, and his reproach shall return. His reproach shall his Lord return unto him. When Ephraim spake trembling, he exalted himself in Israel, but when he offended in Baal, he died. And now, when he offended in Baal, he died. It's quite an indicator when people won't get that name out of their mouth at this time.
It's like they're choosing to
Yeah.
be covetous.
They're choosing to just be like total demoniacs. Like those churches are getting worse and worse and worse. Like,
Yeah.
And now they sin more and more, and have made their molten images of their silver and idols according to their own understanding, all of it the work of the craftsman. They say of them, let the men that sacrifice kiss the calves. Therefore they shall be as the morning cloud, and as the early dew that passeth away, as the chaff that is driven with the whirlwind out of the floor, and as the smoke of the chimney. Yet I am Yah, your creator, in the land of Egypt, and thou shalt know that thou shalt know no God but me, for there is no Savior beside me. I did know thee in the wilderness, in the land of great drought. According to their pastures, so were they filled. They were filled, and their heart was exalted. Therefore have they forgotten me. Therefore I will be unto them as a lion, as a leopard by the way will I observe them. I will meet them as a bear that is bereaved of her whelps, and I will rend the call of their heart, and there will I devour them like a lion. The wild beast shall tear them. There's a lot of illustrations there. That's interesting. A bear bereaved of their whelps, like how like the harvest work you're looking for Yah's lost sheep, his children. And, like that's kind of why like something like Isaiah 13 would happen, since people didn't care, right? So what ends up happening happens. The wild beast shall tear them. O Israel, thou hast destroyed thyself, but in me is thine help. I will be thy king. Where is any other that may save thee in all thy cities, and thy judges of whom thou saidst, give me a king and princes? I gave thee a king in mine anger, and took him away in my wrath. The iniquity of Ephraim is bound up, his sin is hid. The sorrows of a travailing woman shall come upon him. He is an unwise son, and he should not stay long in the place of the breaking forth of children. I'll ransom them from the power of the grave. I will redeem them from death. O death, I will be thy plagues. O grave, I will be thy destruction. Repentance shall be hid from mine eyes. Though he be fruitful among his brethren, an east wind shall come. The wind of Yah shall come up from the wilderness, and his springs shall become dry, and his fountains shall be dried up. He shall spoil the treasures of all pleasant vessels. Samaria shall become desolate, for she hath rebelled against her God. They shall fall by the sword. Their infants shall be dashed in pieces, and their women with child shall be ripped up. There's Isaiah 13 language there. Did you want to read the last chapter of Hosea? Hosea 14.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a strong punishment.
Yeah. Well, you can see how little people care, like, what's going to take for people's stony hearts to get jackhammered up, you know? Obviously it's going to get really bad there, because it's promoted, it's been complicit with what's really bad there and around the world. The sin has spread and increased, since many altars of sin have increased. I'm going to come and read 14.
Yeah. You want yogurt?
Yogurt?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
1 second. Oh.
I left out your water there.
Oh, okay, I got it.
No,
Thank you.
Sorry. Hosea chapter 14. O Israel, return unto the Lord thy God, for thou hast fallen by thine iniquity. Take with you words and burn. Oh wait, no. Take with you words and turn to the Lord. Say unto him, take away all iniquity and receive us graciously. So will we render the calves of our lips. Assure shall not save us. We will not ride upon horses, neither will we say any more to the work of our hands, you are our gods. For in thee the fatherless findeth mercy. I will heal their backsliding. I will love them freely, for my anger is turned away from him. I will be as the dew unto Israel. He shall grow as the lily and cast forth his roots as Lebanon. His branches shall spread, and his beauty shall be as an olive tree, and his smell as Lebanon. They that dwell under his shadow shall return. They shall revive as the corn, and grow as the vine. The scent thereof shall be as the wine of Lebanon. Ephraim shall say, what have I to do any more with idols? I have heard him and observed him. I am like a green fir tree. For me is thy fruit found. Who is wise, and he shall understand these things, prudent, and he shall know them. For the ways of the Lord are right, and just shall walk in them. And the just shall walk in them, but the transgressors shall fall therein.
Those last two chapters sound like it's talking about those that do their parts properly during the tribulation. And then they
In Hosea?
in Hosea, they finally have that attitude they should be having right now of what have I got to do with idols. All right.
Oh, who's this Malachi?
I don't know. It might be different in yours. It's after Zechariah. Do you want to read chapter 1 of it?
Yeah.
Israel's got a yogurt mustache over there. It's
right here. Okay. Okay. Alright. The Book of Malachi, Chapter 1. The burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, said the Lord, yet you say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, said the Lord, yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness? Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of the wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord has indignation forever. And your eyes shall see, and you shall say, the Lord will be magnified from the border of Israel. A son honoreth his father, and a servant his master. If then I be a father, where is my honor? And if I be a master, where is my fear? Said the Lord of hosts unto you, O priests that despise my name. And you say, wherein have we despised thy name? You offer polluted bread upon my altar. And you say, wherein have we polluted thee? In that you say, the table of the Lord is contemptible. And if you offer the blind for sacrifice, is it not evil? And if you offer the lame and sick, is it not evil? Offer it now unto thy governor. Will he be pleased with thee, or accept thy person, said the Lord of hosts? And now I pray you, beseech God that he will be gracious unto us. This has been by your means. Will he regard your person, said the Lord of hosts? Where is there even amongst you that would shut the doors for naught, neither do you kindle fire on my altar for naught. I have no pleasure in you, said the Lord of hosts, neither will I accept an offering at your hand. For from the rising of the sun even unto the going down of the same, my name shall be great amongst the Gentiles, and in every place incense shall be offered unto my name, and a pure offering. For my name shall be great amongst the heathen, said the Lord of hosts. You have profaned it, in that you say, the table of the Lord is polluted, and the fruit thereof, even his meat, is contemptible. You said also, behold, what a weariness is it! And you have snuffed at it, said the Lord of hosts, and you brought that which was torn, and the lame, and the sick, thus you brought an offering. Should I accept this at your hand, said the Lord? But cursed be the deceiver which has in his flock a male, and voweth and sacrifices unto the Lord a corrupt thing. For I am a great king, said the Lord of hosts, and my name is dreadful amongst the heathen.
Do you want to read the next one?
Yeah.
I could read. It's only 4 chapters, so.
Yeah, I could read the next one.
You don't like reading?
Yeah. And now, okay, this is chapter 2 of Malachi. And now, O you priests, this commandment is for you. If you will not hear, and if you will not lay it to heart to give glory unto my name, said the Lord of hosts, I will even send a curse upon you, and I will curse your blessings. Yea, I have cursed them already, because you do not lay it to heart. Behold, I will corrupt your seed, and spread dung upon your faces, even the dung of your solemn feast, and one shall take you away with it. And you shall know that I have sent this commandment unto you, that my covenant might be with Levi, said the Lord of hosts. My covenant was with him of life and peace. And I gave them to him for the fear wherewith he feared me, and was afraid before my name. The law of truth was in his mouth, and iniquity was not found in his lips. He walked with me in peace and equity, and did turn many away from iniquity. For the priest's lips should keep knowledge, and they should seek the law at his mouth, for he is the messenger of the Lord of hosts. But you are departed out of the way. You have caused many to stumble at the law. You have corrupted the covenant of Levi, said the Lord of hosts. Therefore have I also made you contemptible and base before all the people, according as you have not kept my ways, but have been partial in the law. Have we not all one Father? Has not one Yah created us? Why do we deal treacherously, every man against his brother, by profaning the covenant of our fathers? Judah has dealt treacherously, and an abomination is committed in Israel and in Jerusalem. For Judah has profaned the holiness of the Lord which he loved, and has married the daughter of a strange god. The Lord will cut off the man that does this, the master and the scholar, out of the tabernacles of Jacob, and him that offereth an offering unto the Lord of hosts. And this have ye done again, covering the altar of the Lord with tears, with weeping, and with crying out, insomuch that he regardeth not the offering any more, or receiveth it with good will at your hand. Yet ye say, wherefore? Because the Lord has been witness between thee and the wife of thy youth, against whom thou hast dealt treacherously. Yet is she thy companion, and the wife of thy covenant. And did not he make one? Yet had he the residue of the Spirit. And wherefore one? That he might seek a godly seed. Therefore take heed to your spirit, and let none deal treacherously against the wife of his youth. For the Lord, the God of Israel, said that he hated putting away. For one covereth violence with his garment, said the Lord of hosts. Therefore take heed to your spirit, that you deal not treacherously. You have wearied the Lord with your words. Yet you say, wherein have we wearied him? When you say, every one that does evil is good in the sight of the Lord, and he delighteth in them. Or where is the God of judgment? Wow, that last part.
Which would
It says that you have wearied the Lord with your words, yet they say, wherein have we wearied him?
Yeah.
Because everyone that does evil is good in the sight of the deception,
Yeah.
the delusion that they think that
Yeah.
have faith or God or
Yeah.
they bless each other and then it's
Reminded me of a lot of people I've spoken to after already finding out that their pastors were wicked and all that, like already knowing like how
Yeah.
near they are. Oh no, that I like that guy. They're all good. It's like you don't.
yeah.
Alright. Chapter 3. Behold, I will send my messenger, and he shall prepare the way before me. And Yah, whom ye seek, shall suddenly come to his temple, even the messenger of the covenant, whom ye delight in. Behold, he shall come, saith Yah of hosts. But who may abide the day of his coming, and who shall stand when he appeareth? For he is like a refiner's fire, and like a fuller's soap. And he shall sit as a refiner and purifier of silver, and he shall purify the sons of Levi, and purge them as gold and silver, that they may offer unto the Lord an offering in righteousness. Then shall the offering of Judah and Jerusalem be pleasant unto the Lord, as in the days of old and as in former years. And I will come near to you to judgment, and I will be a swift witness against the sorcerers, and against the adulterers, and against false swearers, and against those that oppress the hireling and his wages, the widow and the fatherless, and that turn aside the stranger from his right. And fear not me, saith Yah of hosts. For I am Yah, I change not. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. Even the days of your fathers ye are gone away from mine ordinances, and have not kept them. Return unto me, and I'll return unto you, saith Yah of hosts. But ye said, wherein shall we return? Will a man rob God? Yet ye have robbed me. But ye say, wherein have we robbed thee? In tithes and offerings ye are cursed with a curse. Ye have robbed me, even this whole nation. Bring ye all the tithes into the storehouse, that there may be meat in my house, and prove me now herewith, saith the Lord of hosts. I will not open you the windows of heaven and pour you out blessing, that there shall not be room enough to receive it, and I'll rebuke the devourer for your sakes, and he shall not destroy the fruits of your ground, neither shall your vine cast her fruit before the time in the field, saith Yah of hosts. And all the nations shall call you blessed, for ye shall be a delightsome land, saith Jehovah of hosts. Your words have been stout against me, saith the Lord. Yet ye say, what have we spoken so much against thee? Ye have said, it is vain to serve the Lord, and what profit is it that we have kept his ordinance, that we have walked mournfully before God, before the Lord of hosts? And now we call the proud happy. Yea, they that work wickedness are set up. Yea, they that tempt Yah are even delivered. And then they that feared the Lord spake often one to another. This is a big prophetic thing about not forsaking the gathering. Then they that feared the Lord spake often one to another, and the Lord hearkened and heard it. And a book of remembrance was written before him for them that feared the Lord, and that thought upon his name. And they shall be mine, saith Jehovah of hosts, in that day when I make up my jewels, and I will spare them as a man spareth his own son that serveth him. Then shall ye return and discern between the righteous and the wicked, between him that serveth God and him that serveth him not. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven. Did you see anything else in 3 there that stood out to you?
The refiner's fire.
Yeah.
And who may abide in the day of his coming, and who shall stand when he appears?
Yeah,
For
people.
he is like a refiner's fire and like a fuller's soap.
It's like people expect to go through no chastisement.
Mm-hmm.
They're better off to go through chastisement now on this side of tribulation than to despise correction and think that it should be all hunky dory in La La Land, in a toilet bowl world.
In 5 also it says, That he's a swift witness against the sorcerers, the adulterers, the false swearers, and against those that oppress the hirelings and his wages, the widow and the fatherless. They're not fulfilling the royal law.
Yeah.
This is all like,
Yeah, that's a good one too.
that was what spoken of in the Sabbath space, the opposite.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right, I'm going to read 4. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith Yah of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. But unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings, and ye shall go forth and grow up as calves of the stall, and ye shall tread down the wicked, for they shall be ashes under the soles of your feet in the day that I shall do this, saith Yah of hosts. Remember ye the law of Moses my servant, which I commanded unto him in Horeb for all Israel, with the statutes and judgments. Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of Yah, and he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to their fathers, lest I come and smite the earth with a curse. You don't hear about any of that in church.
It's all hippie love and
That's love, not the movie.
Mhm.
Yeah, I just felt like reading off. Now we can head to bed. Alright, buenos noches.
Yeah, thank
That's
you.
how you say goodnight in Spanish, right?
Yeah.
Read the Bible, check out the videos in the community section there.